Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into the structure of, well, a giant. We're unpacking Alphabet, looking past the Google name everyone knows to understand the bigger company that holds it. Our mission, really, is to see where the money actually flows inside this massive corporation.
Yeah, and understanding that structure is key upfront. Alphabet, that's the parent, the holding company. Google is the big operating company underneath it all, a wholly owned subsidiary. And, this setup isn't just paperwork, it's quite strategic. But here's the really striking thing we found. Despite this huge, sprawling structure, Alphabet basically runs on one single engine.
One engine. Okay, so give us a number then. How dependent are we talking?
Well, get this. Google generates something like 99% of all the revenue for Alphabet. 99%. So, I mean, if you want to understand Alphabet, you really just need to look at Google.
Wow. 99%. That really challenges the image, doesn't it? The idea of this diversified tech giant. So, okay, if Google is bringing in 99%, how much of Google's money comes from selling ads? Is that still the core?
Oh, absolutely. It's still overwhelmingly ads. When you drill down into Google itself, more than 85% of its massive revenue stream, purely online advertising. So the whole holding company, Alphabet, is fundamentally, an attention-selling business. Doesn't matter how many other projects are going on.
Okay, but there's still that other slice, that, what, 15% of Google's revenue?
Yeah.
Which is still, I mean, billions and billions of dollars. That must be where some diversification is happening. What's in that non-ad part?
Right, exactly. And that 15% is where you see the effort to build, other solid businesses.
Yeah.
You've got significant money coming from cloud services, Google Cloud Platform fees, licensing, and also sales of apps and digital content. Think Google Play, YouTube purchases, things like that.
And hardware too, right? We talk software, but people use their physical stuff.
Definitely. Hardware is a noticeable piece, and it's growing. You have the Pixel phones, Chromebook laptops, and then the whole smart home area with Nest and Google Home products. They are trying to build out that ecosystem, maybe lessen that 85% ad reliance, even just a bit.
Okay, right. So let's shift to the reason they even created Alphabet in the first place, these other bets, the big, ambitious moonshot investments. It seems like the whole Alphabet structure was kind of designed to wall these off, right? Keep the risky, often loss-making ideas separate from the main moneymaker.
That's precisely the strategic thinking. Yeah, it's about protecting that highly profitable ad business, protecting it from the financial swings and maybe even the regulatory heat that comes with these more futuristic ventures. And these other bets, they include companies like Verily, which is focused on health tech, Google Fiber, trying to roll out faster internet, and probably the most famous one, Waymo, which is, this self-driving car project.
And financially, the difference is pretty stark, isn't it? You've got Google, the 99% engine, running at a 30% profit margin. Healthy? How do the other bets stack up financially?
Yeah, well, they don't really stack up in terms of profit. They're the opposite. That whole other bets segment consistently operates at a loss, a significant loss. It needs constant funding, basically a huge subsidy from the main business. So Google's massive profit engine, fueled mostly by that 85% from ads, is really the only thing bankrolling Alphabet's big vision for the future.
So when we boil it all down for you, the listener, what are we looking at? Alphabet is essentially this corporate structure, a holding company, that uses the massive ad profits from Google to pour money into these huge speculative long-term bets that are currently losing money.
Exactly. And, well, this brings up a really critical question for you to think about. Given that almost all the money, 99%, comes from Google, and most of that is ads, is the main function of this whole Alphabet structure with its other bets really about pioneering the future? Or is its primary strategic role maybe just to shield and protect that incredibly profitable core advertising business?
It's definitely something worth considering.